Okay. Hi! Hello, everybody. Hi, so sorry I had to set some stuff up, but we're ready to get going here. I'm
Wait, hello. Okay, there we go.
here with Mateo. Go ahead and speak. Let
My
me check.
mic is working.
Try again. Alright, I'll accept that.
It's the
Quiet.
same
Quiet.
old,
Quiet.
same
Quiet.
old
Quiet. Quiet. Oh my gosh.
situation.
Quiet. Alright.
Yeah, yeah,
Can you stop?
yeah. Yeah,
I'm gonna
yeah.
mute you. Okay, stop. Mateo! We're live. Oh my gosh. Mateo, I'm gonna.
Okay, I'll stop.
He just freaking made that so okay. Thank you. Anyways, also, if you're able to, you can go ahead and join the stage, where you'll hear this a little bit more live. You'll hear all this and see all this a little bit more live than you would see and hear other stuff. Without any further to do, let's go ahead and get this all started. Alright, where shall we start? Shall we start with, the, the Season 4 cars, the car reveal itself is going to be towards the end of this. We have to go over all the information, all the changes, all of that first, and we'll answer some questions and all that. It'll be grand, it'll be great. I'll go ahead and be responding to chat the entire time. We're going to make this a good time. Without any further to do.
Ah, inside you alive?
We'll go ahead and start.
No? Okay.
I'm literally talking.
Hey, Mimi's here! Woo!
I'm literally talking. Hello, hi. Okay, let me reload my Google Doc and we'll get started.
Okay.
I'm just gonna, like, sort of mute you until you're done. Alright, let's go ahead and get this thing started. I'm gonna have to, of course, change something, but let me do that real quick. Capture specific window. It should be. It should be. It should be. Okay, wait, hold on. Any full screen application. That's Chrome. Why is it doing this? Capture specific window. That's the calculator. I need my Chrome. What is going on? Auto. Oh, wait, I just realized game capture doesn't work anymore. Haha. Let me do a window capture. Yep. Chrome. Bam! It worked. Boom! Bright, I know. Okay. Let's get this going. Alright, let me unserver me you now. Alright, let's get this going now that I've gotten all that figured out. Hi, Mateo, can you hear me? Can you hear me this time? Mateo. Hey, listen, this is the first time we've done this. Can you hear me? Man, alright. Whatever, until he, like, tells me he hears me, I'll be doing this without him. So, let's go over your teams. Of course, IR Motorsports been here since the beginning with the 24, 48, 88, and 9. It's going to be a Chevrolet team. We have Sniffle Motorsports owned by Aqua with the 15, 54, 91, and 19. That is also a Toyota team. Then, of course, we have Ace Alpine Racing owned by Red with the 40, 51, 21, and 99. Then we have Lightning Fast Racing with the 8, 3, 31, and 44. That's a Chevrolet team. Savage Motorsports, a new team. That's a Chevrolet team. That's with the 7, 77, 74, and 17. And then Slide Job Racing with the 1, 46, 71, and 92. That's a Chevrolet team as well. We go over your roster. And let's go ahead and start with our practice. Basically, for those of you that are interested in driving, let's get this way of doing practice and all that out of the way. It seems like you guys can't hear me. Let me voice and video. What the frick? Hold on. Hello, hello. Can you guys hear me now? Mateo, can you hear me now? Okay, hi. It seems like Discord's doing the stage thing with that happens to Carter with me. That's nice. So sorry, guys. I hope you still understand. But let's see here. Let me share my screen, of course, too. Bam. Cool. Yup. All right. Teams, we'll go over this again. IR Motorsports owned by me with a 24, 48, 88, and 9. That is a Chevrolet team. Sniffle Motorsports with the 15, 54, 91, and 19 with Toyota, the only Toyota team. The only Ford team with Ace Alpine Racing owned by Red. That's the 40, 51, 21, and 99. Lightning Fast Racing, a Chevy team. That's the 8, 3, 31, and 44. Savage Motorsports, a new team, the only new team with Chevrolet. That's the 7, 77, 74, and 17. And then Slide Job Racing with the 1, 46, 71, and 92, returning to Chevrolet. That equates to 24 total cars. 10 of them do not make each race, as they have a field cap of 14 cars for each event. And yeah, those of you in the stream, by the way, you can go ahead and ask questions in chat, and I'll respond to them throughout the stream. Anyways, let's go through practice for those of you that want to become a driver in this league. It opens when I finish the track and the cars. And so, like, say, once a track or, like, say, the car, like, the setups for said track are finished, I will move the spawn location up, I will ping drivers about it, and they'll be able to practice as much as they want until qualifying begins, where that closes. Qualifying is determined, as usual, single car qualifying for all tracks except for the championship race, which is determined by points with no field cap. And here's the thing about that. At, say, Daytona, we used to use duels, but we're going back to single car qualifying. Is that, I guess it fits because it, oh my goodness. I'm so sorry. Why am I cutting out? Ugh. Am I cutting out now? Okay. Let me quickly just end, like, my Steam or something. I don't know. I just have a ton of crap open, I guess. Alright, let's try that again. Woo! But yeah, so, single car qualifying at Daytona as well because of, because we're trying to, avoid chaos before the start of the season. And, of course, we want to have, what am I trying to say? So sorry. And, of course, there is, it's kind of a way to see which drivers are best at holding their lines, and those end up starting more up front. Now, our point system is a very unique change, I guess you could say. Point system. First place gets max points, and max points is the amount of cars that showed up. So if 14 cars show up, first gets 14 points. If 12 cars show up, first gets 12 points. And from there, it's one less each position back, and it goes down to 14th. Last will always get that 1 point. Then, of course, there is a most laps led bonus. That is 1 point. So if you lead the most laps throughout that race, you get an extra point, and that can be very crucial as they'll stack up. If you can get a total of 20 most laps led bonuses throughout your season, along with the halfway bonus, which is also 1 point if you lead that halfway lap. And we're bringing back stages, which were a thing in Season 2, and I removed them for Season 3. So, the top 3 in each stage get points. 3 points for first, 2 for second, and 1 for third. That encourages finishing highly up front in stages. And in a 14-car field, that's actually, you have a decent shot. As long as you know how to work your way up front in that. The top 8 in points after the first 14 races get sent into the chase for the cup. The leader of those chase contenders at the end of the season is declared the champion. This is a new change coming to PRA in Season 4. There are no stage cautions. Yeah, no stage cautions. Oh my gosh. Why is my signal low? What in the world? Hold on. What opened this time? Absolutely nothing. How strange. How very strange. Anyways, let's go over your racing rulebook. You have 11 different things. First off, corner cutting is illegal. Will be punished with a to the back or drive-through penalty. Wall riding and wall bouncing gets penalized automatically, though I will park if needed. And intentional wrecking of yourself or others, including revenge, is illegal and will be punished accordingly. So, for the corner cutting, wall riding, wall bouncing and wall bouncing get penalized because the wall will slow you down. You will not gain anything from it if it's being overused, though. If it's like being abused and people keep doing it, I will park. The corner cutting is it gets punished very quickly. Intentional wrecking of yourself and others. This is to prevent chaos through the races. Let's see. Overly aggressive driving will be punished with dropped positions, race cleanly and fairly, or be parked. So if you end up causing issues with how aggressive your driving style is, then you will end up being penalized. Speeding in pit road is automatically penalized. Pitting outside of box will result in a penalty only if it is obstructing someone else. If it is getting in the way of someone else's pit stop, you will be penalized. Excessive arguing will result in a park and or revoked permission to manufacture /team VCs at super speedways. Now, this is a major bit of news here. At super speedways, only at super speedways, you are allowed to go into designated team VCs or manufacturer VCs, which will allow for a lot of coordination, communication. It'll make these super speedway races a lot more organized, and it'll be very fun to watch, and it'll benefit these drivers, because they're juggling around 13 other cars on the track. And so, that extra bit of help will be useful. Now, before we continue, I have a question from Real Perfect in the Discord. Are lapped cars brought up to the lead lap if there is a caution? Now, here's how that is going to work out. I did not write this down anywhere, but I do know what I'm going to do for it. The first car of each lap down is going to get 1 lap back. So the first car that is a lap down gets their lap back. The first car 2 laps down gets their lap back. The first car 3 laps down gets their lap back, etc., etc. So even if you are lapped, you are always fighting to be the leader of your lap, whatever it may be. And so yeah, and that'll keep a lot more people in the fight throughout the race. In past seasons, only the first placing lapped car got 1 lap back, which got very unfair in, say, those short track races. Excessive arguing would result in a park and or revoked permission to manufacture VCs, team VCs, etc., etc. At super speedways. Oh, we already went over that, but I figured we'd start there. To avoid causing wrecks, do not type while driving unless you are letting us know you wrecked, or you are saying P in chat to signal a pit stop. If you wreck, let us know if it is a spin or a flip. And here is our caution rules. These are very important. Super speedways will have cautions for any wrecks at all. At intermediates and short tracks, any one car wreck is a caution unless it is off the racing surface. If it is out of the way, it will stay green. At road courses, only flips are cautions. Flips, no matter the track, will be a caution. And there's another one that I added in the rules in the Discord that I think I forgot to add to this. Yes, there are no cautions for stages, as if you look in the Racing Rulebook channel, you'll see Season 4 Official Racing Rulebook, 8D, no cautions for stages. 9. Passing under the line is illegal at all tracks. Now, in past seasons, at speedways down the front straightaway, I would allow people to go underneath the white line if there was an apron there. I am not allowing it, but I will not heavily enforce it anymore. But overall, just I'm trying to cut down on the amount of chaos that happens down there, because there's quite a bit of it. If you end up under the line, the only one responsible for backing out is you. You have to back out to an open spot. Shoving people up will result in harsh penalties. So, say at a super speedway, if you voluntarily go down, if you in any way, not just voluntarily, go down below the line, you are the one that needs to back out to that open spot. If you get shoved under, it is more convenient for you to back down to that open spot. You will make up all the position eventually, than for you to shove someone back up and cause a wreck. And finally, just race people fairly and cleanly. Remember to have fun. Don't ruin it for everyone else, and please do realize it's just a game. We're trying to have a good time, and yeah. Oh no, you're fine, FORL Media. Everyone has their own interests here. Alright. Well, there we go. Now, the fun part here. We'll go ahead and pause for a moment, let anyone ask some questions. If you're watching the stream, go ahead, say your questions. If you're in the stage, go ahead and ask some questions. And, I'll respond to them. And Mateo, if you want to join in, you can as well. How long are the races? We will get to that because the next thing we're doing is going over the schedule. You want to see what kind of cars you're going to be racing. Okay. Anything else? Nothing in stream chat right now. Nothing in the Discord. We'll wait another minute, and if there's nothing else, we'll go ahead and get started with the schedule. After the schedule, we'll have another session of questions, and then the grand reveal of the cars. Which is, I made a very rushed solution to it, because the game broke on me this morning, and I was like, dang it. Nothing there. Alright, if you have not gotten a question yet, then we will go ahead and, then just go ahead and hold on to it, and we'll answer in a moment. Alright, let's get to the schedule now, shall we? This is going to be a fun one. Behold, the Season 4 schedule for PRA. A lot to break down here, huh? Let's start from let's start with the key, I guess. Good to understand what's going on here. EX is exhibition race, so we only have one exhibition in the season, and that is the Clash. Before Daytona, before Las Vegas, all of it. And then if you see R and then say 15, that is a points race. That is a points paying race. Everything else except for the Clash is a points race. Red is the cutoff race for the chase, and orange is a chase race, or it is of course the championship race. All right, let's take this down. Do we want to go every other track we alternate, Mateo?
Hmm?
Do we want to go every other track we alternate, Mateo?
Yeah, sure. That's fine.
All right. You start with the Clash.
Right, so, our first race is going to be the Exalted Clash. We will be going to Daytona for 30 laps around Daytona. 2.5 mile super speedway, located in obviously Daytona Beach, Florida. Anything to add on to that info?
No, not for now. This is going to be the fourth Exalta Clash. They've all turned out great, and this one isn't expected to be any different. Then, of course, for the 2-year anniversary of this league, the Daytona 150, 60 laps to settle the argument on who is the best at this track. It's always been a great race, except for maybe Season 2. That's debatable, but it's always been fun. We've always ended up having fun throughout, and this season's going to be no different.
So yeah, following our first race, we will be beginning the first of the 3 West Coast races. And we are going to Las Vegas for 133 laps for the Air Force 200. Might be because of the Nels Air Force Base right behind Las Vegas Mountain Speedway. But so that is the first race of the West Coast Sweep.
Their second race, this one was a great track in late season 2, and we're headed to the Banana Boat 200 Auto Club Speedway. It may be gone in real life, but we're gonna head back there as much as we want. 100 laps around this incredible track, which did host the Season 2 championship. That's 2 miles, the length of Auto Club here.
Then we will end off the West Coast Sweep at Phoenix for the Mountain Lakes 150. Obviously, 150 laps in the Arizona heat. So that one is probably going to be an interesting one to close off the West Coast Sweep.
Indeed, it will, with all the different lanes and all that, especially down that dogleg. We'll see a lot of interesting moves, interesting strategy throughout the day. Then we head back towards NASCAR's home, and we head to the Iowa Speedway. I find it funny that this is the name of the race, considering where we were before. The Phoenix Broadcasting Network 150. And this race, let me zoom in. This race is... it is 171 laps, race 5 at the Iowa Speedway.
So we will go to a good old classic track, north of Wilkesboro, which I believe that we have not seen on the PRA schedule. So it will be the Blast of the Past, 150 laps here, and a NASCAR icon.
Yes, and it's also our throwback race. We'll see a lot of incredible throwback schemes on that. Race 6. Then the Red Bull 150 at Dover. It's 150 laps. This is the first time we've ever been to the Dover International Speedway, and we'll see what happens. It's going to be a fun one. Race 7 of the PRA Season 4 schedule.
And for race number 8, we are going to the Jersey Mike's 115 at the New Jersey Motorsports Park.
The first road course.
Our first road course. How convenient. 51 laps here. I believe that we have not ran a race at this track, so it might be a brand new one.
Yes, this is going to be a first for this track. And then we keep up there in that northeastern area. Race 9, the Red Lobster 100 at New Hampshire. We haven't been here since Season 1, but we figured this is a good time to try it out again, give it another shot, this 1 mile speedway.
Then on the second half, we are going to Nashville, Music City, for the Music City 200, 150 laps here at one of the best tracks on the schedule. It's so anticipated. It's got so much energy flowing into the air. You know it's going to be a good one.
Yeah, and then a fan favorite, 60 laps around this 2.66 mile super speedway, and Fanta's return to sponsor it. It's the Fanta 156 at the Talladega Super Speedway, round 11. It's beginning the second half of the season, and it's the second of 3 super speedway races this season.
Then we go back to the East Coast where we will be racing at Richmond for the Brandt 113, 150 laps here for race 12. And this is the second to last race in the regular season.
Third to last.
Yeah, third to last, apologies.
Yeah. And then we head international to Japan for the first time this season. It's the Gatorade NASCAR Cup Series Twin Ring Motegi. We're going 100 laps around this oval here. We're using the oval layout, and it's going to be very exciting. It's the second to last race in the regular season.
And then closing off the regular season, we'll be going back to square one, Daytona for the Folds of Honor 125, 50 laps around the 2.5 mile super speedway in Daytona Beach. And it will close off the regular season for the next race, the Chase for the Cup.
Yeah, the Chase for the Cup at Dover, round 15. It's the Valvoline 125. It's going to be a very exciting race here, and it's going to be very interesting because 8 of 24 drivers that began this season with a chance are going to be reset to the same amount of points, and they'll be fighting for that championship from then on.
Next, we will be going overseas to Italy for Mugello, 51 laps around an iconic racetrack. MotoGP mainly races there. A lot of Ferrari races. F1 actually came here for 1 year, I'm pretty sure. So it will be our our second overseas race. Sorry, Ansel.
Indeed. Then, round 17, it's the Logitech 200 at Chicagoland, 133 laps around this very unique cookie cutter with a curved back straightaway.
Then we go to the Pocono Mountains for the Misery 200, 80 laps around a beautiful track. And then we enter the final race.
Nope, second to last, actually.
No.
And then, this race is special, because unlike all the other races which have 3, this one has 4 stages. It's the Coca-Cola 200, 133 laps around the iconic Charlotte Motor Speedway in Charlotte, North Carolina. Oh, Concord, North Carolina. But the second to last race of the season, and this is where we'll see our patriotic schemes flying high here.
So, as we go, the season finale will be at Homestead, Miami. Obviously, like last season. So we will be concluding probably one of the best seasons yet of PRA at Homestead, Miami. So we're going back to square one yet again. We're going to be in Florida again. So, and that will conclude the season 4 schedule for PRA season 4.
Yes, and some of you may be wondering why Atlanta's not there. Well, in season 1 we went to old Atlanta, and that was the plan for this season, but it didn't work out. I wasn't able to set up the track to work with the cars very well, and then we decided to try out Atlanta Super Speedway. Then I was like, maybe we'll do Atlanta Super Speedway, but then I realized how interesting it's been, and I've decided until either season 5 or season 6, where we get that new chassis, where we get another new chassis, let's just leave it be. We'll figure ourselves out, and then we'll have a return to that fantastic racetrack. Any questions regarding the schedule? Anything else? Any other questions before we go to the final part, the car reveal? Go ahead and ask in stream or on the Discord server.
Dover. I said Dover in the Discord.
Doesn't seem like too many questions. Well, then we'll be right back for the car reveal. Let me quickly get that set up, and we'll do the final step of this before our last segment of tryouts and not tryouts, questions. And yeah. Oh, by the way, tryouts. Go ahead and join our Discord server if you are not currently in it. We'll have tryouts on December 9th at 7 o'clock Eastern. It is the first day of tryouts. We'll do 4 races, one at each type of track, and the best drivers overall, including behavior, will be given promotions. Uh, current current drivers are not interested, and there are currently 9 spots unless another current driver leaves, but there are 9 spots to get in, so make sure to try and be one of the best there. Alright, we will be right back for the car reveal. Hello guys, we're almost ready for that card reveal. We had a different game to reveal it. It was going to be much cooler, but stuff happened and I had to come up with a last second fix because the game decided to break on me. We're just about ready to get this going here. I just need to make sure my camera's in the right spot and then we'll do this. Is my camera in the right spot? Probably not. Nope, it's not. Which one should we start with? Let's go ahead and start with the most successful manufacturer in all of PRA. Alright, back over here now. Well, actually, hold up. Studio mode, there we go, so I can set up my crap. Window capture, needs to be, something else, probably. Yep, that, yep. Yup. And we will go ahead and just do that. Alright. And let me show that. Yup. Transition. Alright, here we go. The final bit. You don't see anything quite yet, but I'm going to move the camera here. And the first new car for PRA, a Chevrolet. This absolutely incredible car. Let me change my screen on the Discord. But a Chevrolet Camaro is making its return better than ever before here. And we'll go over what these new cars have to offer in just a moment. But then we have, of course, the Camry, which has returned better than ever with no warping, and the Mustang, looking better than ever before. These are, can you stop? These are the Generation 5 chassis for PRA. These new bodies, everything is brand new, except for, maybe the fact that they belong to us. But yes, so, Features of these cars: updated spin physics, and these cars will now spin if you push too hard, rather than if you slam into the wall really hard. Big change there. And then of course, yet another change with these is the fuel. We've added 450 more units of fuel to raise up. Actually, yeah, 470 more units of fuel to these cars. So go from 1530 to 2000 fuel. So you're able to run just a little bit longer than before when racing. Along with that, there's a brand new draft package which allows for some great super speedway racing, but at the same time, all the other tracks have some draft while still being able to get spread out. And then we have, of course, our Ski Mighty system, braking and turning, accelerating and turning, and so much more. These cars are pretty much completely redone. The UI, everything, and we're ready to put together a great season. Anything you'd like to say, Mateo?
No, these cars just they actually look so slick. They look so clean.
Oh, that's nice. Yes, yes.
Also, hold on. Can you look at Lottie real quick?
Look at what?
Can you look at Lottie real quick? It won't take long though. Okay, I'll be back.
Okay. Alright. Oh, I'm actually working on that flat. I just don't have it yet. But, yeah, so we have all of, so these new cars. Go ahead and ask any, questions about them if you want, and I'll try my absolute best to answer them. And, but other than that, we're pretty much done. This is our final opportunity to ask questions. If you have any, ask in the Discord or on stream. And you'll be able to ask about packages, etc. Pretty much anything. Will the Mustang be different like the ones IRL? Please do elaborate. Are you in the trap? What? What does this... I'm not even gonna answer that. That makes absolutely no sense, Joquan. Do you have a short track package? We do have the short track package complete. And I am happy to say that turning has been improved. You're able to turn very much so properly. You're able to arc it properly through the corners, etc., etc. It doesn't feel too tight, but it doesn't feel too loose either. You're able to push it, and it's overall a really good package. Momentum is key as well in this brand new short track package. Are the setups very different? No. One of the things we strive for is to have equal chances for everyone. So all of those, all the cars drive the exact same. It's all driver performance. How easy will it be to spin the cars? Not very easy, but it is possible. The most possible chances of spinning will definitely be at Daytona and Talladega. Since these are an X-Gen, they have the wider wheelbase, etc. So it's very hard to lose that control of the car, but it is possible, and you will probably see it at a good few tracks. The higher the speed and the more you're turning, the more likely it is. Do the cars flip? Yes, there are blowovers. They are still in progress, but blowovers are on the way. And they are, I have them, I just need to implement them on these brand new chassis. But we have the time because Season 4 doesn't start until January 20th, 27th. What are some big changes with the cars? Well, let's see here. To start off with some other changes, I'm gonna go ahead and show off the UI here. Actually, I don't have my okay, that's great. I do not have my admin, so I need to spawn inside of here. Nice, great. Can you run on wheel? Elaborate, please. One major change is the UI. It's been made smaller, and among other changes. What the frick? Okay, I'm not even gonna question anymore. Let me just show the UI, if possible. Actually, wait, hold on. If I turn off Can Collide, maybe then I'll be able to. Okay. This is just grand. Paint scheme reveal place. This is so old. But UI. I don't know why the speed's stuck at 35 miles an hour, but there you go. Has their fuel, has speed, and has the scheme ID. Simple as that. Nice and easy. Very simplistic, etc., etc. And overall, that's a major change. It's a lot smaller, more simple, and none of it gets cut off on Xbox, on mobile, any of it. So you're able to see everything you need to, unlike previous generations. Spin physics are another big change. Um, but so the spin physics, of course, previous generations the car needed to rotate as quickly as possible for possible spinning. But now it's more of just if you push the car, it's like you lose traction. But it's very easy to say if you just get out of the throttle and you slowly correct yourself, and you can get back going without losing too much speed. Um, Yet another change is you are no longer able to abuse braking and turning or accelerating and turning to make yourself faster in the corners. Uh, and then, of course, the meshes are very much so different. The templates are very different, and that's going to allow for much better looking schemes, but that's a small thing. Will the Super Speedway package have side draft? No. There is a reason why we do this. The Super Speedway package does not have side draft due to the fact that I don't want people to be on each other's bumpers too much, and I don't want people on their quarter panels. I just want people to give each other room. However, it's not going to be boring racing, as we have been able to determine that that we are able to run 2 to 3 lanes consistently. It can be a very good package, just depends on what the drivers want to do. Will you be hiring devs? Most likely not, as I'm not going to need much help with that, but it is always a possibility. Let's see, did I miss anything in stream chat? I still do not understand, can you run on wheel? let's see here. Oh, like, can you race on a racing wheel? I'm not able to test that. I do not have a wheel myself, so I'm not sure. But given Roblox's limitations, I do not believe so. Um, it is a keyboard and mouse type of thing. Yeah, if they calibrate it right, possibly, but I'm not sure. Oh, some extra information. Now that these have been revealed, I'm going to be hosting a lot of fun races and test sessions with them with you guys in the server, so go ahead and join that if you're not in there, and etc. etc. The cars are tank chassis, so. But yeah, so we're going to be doing a lot of testing and fun races with that. So, fun, yes, indeed. Uh, let's see. Do the cars? Oh, when they're bumped at super speedways. See, I do not fully know how to do that, although I am working on that. It's not going to be implemented in this car, simply because there's already enough changes, and it's not the most of my priorities as of right now. I'm just trying to improve the racing at the moment. If I do implement those, like the wiggling when they're bumped at super speedways, I would be implementing that on the Gen 6 chassis whenever I decide to make that. This chassis will not have that. Are these Pug player meshes? No, they are not. I've had enough of Pug player meshes after I've had an entire season with the V2. This is Real Racing 3 Simplified by Big Man. Just go ahead and do that, I guess. Are there any other questions? Are we done? You can go ahead and ask anything. You can ask about packages, etc. How much touching are you able to do before you spin? Pretty much unlimited, but if you like pretty much send someone out of the way, there will indeed be consequences. The people will end up being spinning, but I made it very difficult to end up spinning from contact just for now. But when we move on to that Generation 6 chassis, whenever I decide to make that, we'll do that. And in case you're wondering why the generation is currently ahead of the season by one, it's a pretty simple fix. It's a pretty simple answer. We ended up the Generation 1 car that we used ended up being used for what happened to be Season 0. Um, but yeah. Tandem drafting. That is a good one. There can be, if you have a big enough, tandem drafting, there could be if you have a big enough run on someone, because then you end up pushing them for a bit and it's a tandem for a little bit, but then it breaks up. It's very difficult to end up doing that for a long time. Let's see, what is going on here? No, I said a Gen 6 chassis next season. It's not the Gen 6 car. It's the Gen 6 chassis because the generation of cars currently ahead of the season by one. This is the Generation 5 car right now. I'm gonna just. Okay, there we go. Had to fix something, but we good now. Let's go ahead and move over. Alright. Oh, I don't really mind not knowing how to do tandeming. I mean, I do know, but I don't really care, as my goal is not for that. Why do the cars look so high? Oh yeah, it's because they're anchored and stuff. It's because they are anchored and they are doing the weird height thing, whatever, I don't know. Isn't that not as safe because the Gen 6 chassis crumbles more? Huh? Alright, well, since the questions seem to be wrapping up, I'll take like three more and then we'll go ahead and end it off. And of course, I'll be happy to answer more questions if you join the Discord in the description down below if you are not currently in the server. But you can go ahead and ask questions and yeah. What do you expect PRA to become in the future? Alright. Question for me personally. I have some ambitions for it, which I will not be naming as of right now, as they are still in the planning stages. But I have some plans for it. They're going to be pretty cool, and yeah, but right now I just want to grow it, get some good races going, get some good seasons going, and yeah. Are you going to do a racing game? I am currently working on a racing game. I'm working on setting up assets and chassis, etc., etc. But it's going to be a very cool, epic racing game with AI. The most I will say is that there will be AI and there will be multiple tracks, and it's gonna be cool. Um, but yeah, I'm guessing there is no damage. There is no damage. I'm going for optimization. Uh, if I implemented damage, it would be more laggy. Is it going to be soft body physics? No, as that removes a lot of optimization, and that allows for less AI to be on the track without lag. So I'm not going to be implementing the soft body physics. Is it going to be like just Daytona or Pumu? No, it's going to be a little bit more of a realistic side of it, but I'm still gonna have it's still gonna feel arcadey, of course. It's not gonna be like a sim or anything, but I'm not aiming for crashing. There is currently not tire wear, so you don't need to worry about the tires this season. However, the Gen 6 chassis, when I make it, I do plan on implementing tire wear. And if you end up sliding out of losing control of the back and backing into the outside wall. Um, your tires are going to be kind of toasted. Just a little bit toasted. These are not the cars I'm adding to it. The cars that are going to be in the game are going to be a lot more. What's the word? The cars I am going to add into the game are going to be a lot more advanced than these. Have I played Wreckfest? No, I have not. Are you able to bounce up and down uncontrollably at Daytona? There are bumps on the Daytona model we're using in the league. Um, Other than that, it's just, meh. It's Daytona. Though it is, the bumps are very controllable. What made I get, what made I, what? What made you get into racing? Man, this feels like an interview now. Like creating PRA in the racing game. Hmm. I don't fully know. I mean, my dad likes NASCAR, and I kind of got brought into it. I remembered it and liked it a lot, and so yeah, now here I am, I guess. And I also have been very interested in game development and owning a community, and here I are. When are you gonna get iRacing? Eventually. Eventually. I don't know. Soon, trademarked. Um, but yeah. So we've gone an hour now, and it seems like the questions are winding down. So um, I'd like to thank you guys for coming to the stream. Go ahead and join the Discord, and go ahead and ask me more questions in lobby, and I'll be happy to answer them. But thank you guys for coming, and I'll see you guys on January 20th for the 4th annual Exalta Clash.